So I see that there's people praising Deontay Wilder for turning down the franchise champion. And I understand on the surface, it's admirable. But as you guys know with me and how I do my work, I dig layers and levels deeper. So let's get into Deontay Wilder, franchise champion.
Many people ask me about the franchise belt or whatever. I don't know much about it. I'm it's what I'm hearing. It allows you to stay a champion. You don't have to fight mandatories and stuff like that. And if that's the case, then I'm not interested in that. Yeah, I want the mandatory. That's what makes the sport. Guys work their way up, work hard to become number one and number two, and then become a mandatory. Why would you crown someone that eliminates all that? You don't have mandatories and different things like that. I love to be able to have a mandatory, him sitting, and the more he wait, the more he get frustrated about certain things, and then when the fight comes, you had me waiting all this time. I'm ready. It's always the build up to the fight. And when you take that away, when you take certain things away from boxing, you take the charisma away from it. You take the excitement away from it. And that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to take the excitement away from anyone.
I said to him, I'll fight you, but Wilder's going to agree that there's no second mandatory, there's no waiting 6 months, no waiting 1 year. You fight me next, no one else apart from me. And Wilder go, oh, I ain't signing that. And then he also said to me, private message, oh, I'm going to make you wait 2 years. I'm like, why? You getting paid career high money.
Wilder text you that?
Yeah, I can show you the text.
Wow.
Like, I can show you the text.
You might have to show it. We from Brooklyn.
Show us.
You're gonna have to show. We're gonna have to show our fans in the zone this text from Wilder.
Yeah, we'll give him some time.
When you gonna look at your password?
That's all right. I had a fingerprint. I'm gonna show you guys, cause there you go.
Tell your promoters to give me what I want. Get it on easy, because honestly, I don't have to do anything for at least 2 years. Get out.
Oh, wow.
In that. Yeah, I want the mandatory. That's what makes the sport. Guys work their way up, work hard to become number one and number two, and then become a mandatory. Why would you crown someone that eliminates all that? You don't have mandatories and different things like that. I love to be able to have a mandatory.
That there's no second mandatory, there's no waiting 6 months, no waiting 1 year. You fight me next, no one else apart from me. And Wilder go, oh, I ain't signing that. And then he also said to me, private message, oh, I'm going to make you wait 2 years.
In that. Yeah, I want the mandatory. That's what makes the sport. Guys work their way up, work hard to become number one and number two, and then become a mandatory. Why would you crown someone that eliminates all that? You don't have mandatories and different things like that. I love to be able to have a mandatory.
Now, as you can see from the videos that I've just shown you, Deontay Wilder talking about why he doesn't want to be a franchise champion because he wants to fight his mandatories is in a direct contradiction of what you've just seen Dylan White display to you. That's why I played it for you. So we all know that that can't possibly be the case because he's been ducking this man like 40 going north for the longest. And we all know that. Now comes the part where I have to tell you what Deontay Wilder's response is really about. What they're not telling you is this, is they didn't offer Deontay Wilder franchise champion. And I'm going to prove to you that is true if those clips haven't done it enough already. They can't offer Deontay Wilder the franchise champion simply because if they were going to give him franchise champion, given the situation in which franchise champion come about, Deontay Wilder would have been the first franchise champion. That's a fact. Deontay Wilder has done more for the WBC than you can say of Vasily Lomachenko, who just currently won that vacant belt. Okay? And yet, quickly, they put him at the franchise champion title. Okay? The other reason why you know that they did not offer Deontay Wilder franchise champion is because simply this, and it's not hard to figure out. If they make Deontay Wilder franchise champion, guess what? That means his belt would have to go to Dillian Whyte. Now you see one of the reasons why they made Tyson Fury the real WBC champion, Deontay Wilder's mandatory. As you know, Tyson Fury does not have to respect what the WBC says. He doesn't have to fight him. He doesn't even care to be ranked with him. Keep in mind, this is the same Tyson Fury that they put into the top 10 category, top 5 category heavyweights without taking a drug test, which goes against the WBC rules. Also, WBC rules say, look it up on the internet, that the champion must fight somebody in the top 10 category at least once every 12 months. As you know, he has been ducking Dillian Whyte forever. And look how long Dominic Breazeale had to wait. So if Deontay Wilder himself was about fighting his mandatories, he would have fought Dillian Whyte already, and it wouldn't take so long for Dominic Breazeale to get his shot. So that crosses Deontay Wilder off the list as far as him saying why he does not want to be franchise champion. Okay? Because you can't say you want to fight your mandatories and you've been ducking your mandatories. And on top of that, how many mandatories have Deontay Wilder fought since he's been champion? 3? Okay? So that goes against the rules in itself. All right? Now, when it comes to elevating somebody to franchise champion, that means he would have to give up his belt. And that's the only thing that gives any worth to Deontay Wilder. All right? So the fact of the matter is, franchise champion was not offered to Deontay Wilder because, number one, even if it was, he couldn't take it. And number two, if anybody should have been a franchise champion first, it should have been Deontay Wilder. And let me give you the most potent example. All right? Vasily Lomachenko gets moved to franchise champion because of Devin Haney. Okay? Now, this is the part, and this is one of those questions nobody can't answer. All right? Why not put Devin Haney on a 2-year wait like they did Dillian Whyte? They did it with Deontay Wilder. Why not put Devin Haney on a waiting list like they did Dominic Breazeale? Why not do that? But yet when it comes to Deontay Wilder, they'll just freeze these people out forever. But the moment a mandatory comes up for a Vasily Lomachenko or even a Canelo Alvarez, which I can understand the whole Canelo Alvarez thing, but yet and still, it's still wrong. Why not do that same thing for Vasily Lomachenko and just put Devin Haney on ice? Because the truth of the matter is, Deontay Wilder was not offered franchise champion. So when people are praising him for shooting it down, the truth is it wasn't offered. And even if it was, he cannot accept it. Now, was that simple enough for people to understand? It should be. So when it comes to Deontay Wilder turning down the franchise champion, I know that he says that not because he actually wants to turn it down, because if anything, he's doing the same thing that's being performed with the title of franchise champion without being the franchise champion. And most people would take it as this video would be a diss towards Deontay Wilder. On the contrary, this is actually in defense of Deontay Wilder. It proves that when he said to this day, it's actually factual. And I know I just mind fucked some people right there. You don't know whether the thumbs up or thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? Give and take if you're a Deontay Wilder supporter or not. You probably don't know what to do with this video at this point. But I had to point it out because it should be obvious at this point. And maybe people just haven't put it in a proper perspective where most people can understand it. But once you listen to what I'm saying, it's not hard to figure out. Okay? He wasn't offered it because they can't offer it. So he can't turn something down that was never offered to him. So when it looks like we're praising him for doing something that we wanted Canelo or Vasily Lomachenko to do, truthfully, they don't extend the same olive branch to Deontay Wilder. That's facts. Anyways, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Vane, I'm out.